Hi, this is Dwayne, and this is more good stuff you really ought to know. There's so many things in music, as in any field, that you really ought to know to make yourself a complete musician or piano player. Just as in the field of mechanics or the field of medicine or the field of basketball or whatever field you're talking about, there's a zillion individual little subjects, and articulation is one of those subjects. Yeah. Articulation means in music or in piano playing the same thing as it does in speech. Speaking distinctly, or in music, of course, it means playing distinctly, so that each note can be heard, not all mushed together, in other words. If I talk to you like this, it's one thing for you to understand what I'm saying, but if I speak to you like this distinctly so that you can hear every word, and I make every word distinctly, then I am articulating. So in piano playing, if I articulate clearly, my playing is a lot cleaner than if I slur things together. Now, there's a place for slurring, don't misunderstand me. And you can be artificially articulate, and that's not desirable, but I'm talking about generally clean playing, okay? I'm sure you understand. You can go to seed on any subject, can't you? And ride a hobby horse right off the end of the world because you don't think about anything else except that one thing. Well, I'm not arguing that at all. I'm just saying that to play cleanly is a virtue. To make it your life goal is not. Okay, so just one of many things you need to consider. Let me play a little bit of Spinning Song. You probably know it. It's a great classic. Now what if I went like this? You see that is very much like it just everything runs in together. Okay, now that tells you two things. One, it tells you that you may be playing something too rapidly if you can't avoid doing that. If you find yourself doing that, then you need to slow down to a point where you can articulate clearly. Okay, so that may define your tempo for you, and that's good. Tempos need to be defined according to the individual skill of the player. Some people are gifted with extremely quick reactions. I mean, they're like point guards in basketball. They're the Magic Johnsons, the quick, fiery darts to the basket. And other people are slower, and so they're the power forwards or whatever, right? And I'm more of a power forward. I'm not gifted with quick, quick reactions, but that's okay. You take what's given you, and you make the best of it. So let's try Spinning Song together, about like so. And when you get to the right hand, those four notes, concentrate on playing them distinctly. Ta 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 ta. Not, but. Hear the difference? And it helps to lift your fingers. And so on and so forth. Okay? Just one of the many good stuffs you really ought to know. Thanks for being with me. We'll see you next month. Bye.
Hi, this is Dwayne again, and I'd like to tell you about a little book that I wrote a few years back. It's called Piano Chords and Chord Progressions, The Secret Backdoor to Exciting Piano Playing. And it's a terrific resource about chords. If you want to know more about chords, you ought to latch onto this book. It's just barely over $10, $11 I think it is. And it covers all the chords and chord progressions that I talk about in my videos. It's just a great... It's not a substitute for videos, of course, but or DVDs, but it's a great summary, and it's so inexpensive that it's well worth your while to get. Here's a table of contents. You can just look down here and see all the things it covers. Starts out with major, minor, diminished, augmented, 6th, 7th, and on to 13th chords and suspensions and alterations, and then gets on to chord progressions. and so on. So it's a very thorough book, and it's got a lot of illustrations. I'll just toggle through a little bit, so you can. And there's the back cover. So it's worth your while to get. So hope you take advantage of that. Thank you. Bye bye for now.